You guys, with coming into the new NBA calendar year, and on top of that, with everything that has transpired so far this season, there has been a ton of talk about how this might be the most stacked NBA draft class the league has seen over the last decade. And if you don't believe me on that statement, while taking a look at some of the players on this list right in front of you, I personally think you'd be crazy to say there isn't at least the possibility. But out of everyone in the 2021 draft class, the one player in particular that has been receiving backlash to a higher degree than anyone else has undoubtedly been the man of the hour in this video, and that is none other than Jalen Green. But you guys, believe me when I say this, that after a very rough start to his young NBA career that most of you probably noticed, Jalen Green is in the process of making one of the most substantial in-season turnarounds we may ever see by a rookie in NBA history, and how he is actually doing it needs to be dived into a little bit further. One sec, if you haven't yet, don't forget to like the video if you do enjoy, subscribe, and turn on those notifications to never miss another NBA video. Love you guys. And if any of you regulars haven't yet, I will say that there is no time like the present, because according to my numbers, over 95% of you guys coming back to watch the content haven't even subscribed yet. So for any of you that do, thank you so much. But anyway, let's get back on topic with Jalen Green, who again, if you did not see the beginning portion of his rookie season, to say the very least, it was a stretch to forget, as he put up averages of around 14 points, 3 rebounds, and just over 2 assists per game, while shooting an abysmal 38% from the field and under 28% from 3. Now, with some early season numbers like this coming out of a number 2 overall pick in the draft, you probably could have guessed that there was a lot of criticism being thrown Jalen Green's way. However, with a kid this young coming into the NBA, people ought to realize by now that you cannot judge a book by its cover, or in this case, base what you think of a player off his first 18 games in the best professional basketball league in the entire world. Because with time and patience, as many people thought, and Rockets fans in particular, I know you guys thought this too, Jalen Green is blossoming into the player we all expected him to be at a quicker rate than almost anyone could have anticipated. As just for example, since February 1st, Jalen Green has been nothing short of a completely new man than the guy the Rockets drafted over 6 months ago, as his averages in this time span have been an insanely increased 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, while his most essential improvements are in his shooting splits, as he is now shooting 48% from the field and 38% from 3. And if you even want to take a look at his numbers specifically from March up until this point, I wouldn't just say that these are undoubtedly the best numbers from any rookie in this class, but I would even go as far to say that these are borderline all-NBA numbers. But with everything we've mentioned so far regarding Jalen Green's turnaround that we have seen in what seems to be like the blink of an eye, many of you are probably wondering, 1, how it happened so quickly, and 2, where specifically has he improved? And to this, I'll say for anyone that did not know, Jalen Green was actually sidelined for around a 14 to 15 game stretch earlier in the season. And with this time off, which of course came after his very unimpressive start to the season, it really seems as simple as with having Jalen Green actually sit out for an extended period of time, he really seemed like he was able to take a deeper look at everything he had did up until this point in the league, and on top of that, digest the game from the sideline, which very clearly in turn has made him a much stronger and smarter man out there on the court. As since his return from injury, the month-to-month improvements that we have actually seen out of Jalen Green are nothing short of remarkable. As you can see, his numbers from January going into February and March really seem like something straight out of a video game. And I'll say this as well, for anyone who feels like they've seen this rapid level of improvement from a rookie before, the continued levels of success we are seeing from Jalen Green are very, very similar to what we saw last year in Anthony Edwards. As for those of you that can remember, Anthony Edwards went along somewhat of the same path, as he started off his rookie campaign putting up numbers that were very below his expectations, and then eventually making his way into the Rookie of the Year case by the end of the season. Now, I'm not telling you that Jalen Green is going to win Rookie of the Year when the season is all said and done, but I think I can say he has been one of, if not the best rookies out there on the court as of recently. Because getting into some of the actual assets of his game that have seen drastic improvement this season, one of the biggest ones has undoubtedly been his scoring ability. Because aside from the numbers we brought up beforehand that show that Jalen Green is putting up more numbers at an insanely more efficient level, he really looks like like he knows more than ever before where and when to take the right shot in the game. And this can even tie into the fact of how much more he has been driving to the rim and even pulling up from mid-range. Overall though, I think it is safe to say that Jalen Green is going to continue to become more of an elite 3-level scorer as the years go on. But also, as we might have touched on beforehand, Jalen Green's IQ out there on the basketball court, which even ties into his increased playmaking ability, is at an all-time high. And when I say it is at an all-time high, again comparing it to what we saw at the beginning of his rookie campaign, the numbers definitely show for it, as he is averaging almost 1 more assists per game in the second half of the season, while also averaging 1 less turnover per game. And I can definitely see where the slander in this category was coming from, because when you're averaging more turnovers per game than assists, that's usually not the recipe for a good review. And I know Jalen Green by no means whatsoever was drafted for his playmaking ability, but again, the slow and steady improvements we are seeing from him completely across the board are all things that everyone needs to consider when thinking about his potential. And last but not least, I think this is going to be the most accurate thing I have said throughout this entire video, but I think it's safe to say that Jalen Green's confidence level out there on the court has doubled, if not tripled, since he entered the league. And I mean, if you knew of Jalen Green before the NBA, if you've even heard a single interview from him, you probably already knew more than anything else about him that he is extremely confident in himself. And it was still clear as day that he was confident when he was playing below average, but seeing the rise in confidence in not just him, but his entire Houston Rockets team around him, I really feel like it has made this organization, and this man in particular, must-see basketball not just for this season, but for the foreseeable future. And if you're still not convinced on Jalen Green and the fact that he can be something in this league, I'm just gonna throw something on the screen that I happened to see on the internet before making this video. And I know, even though they were in completely different situations, I'm just saying you can never count them out too early. But that is everything I wanted to get off my chest to you guys about the man himself, Jalen Green. So now, which is my favorite part of every single video, I want to hear what you guys have to say. So please let me know in the comments, what do you think the ceiling is for Jalen Green in his career? Do you think he can amount to an all-NBA level of talent one day, maybe even a superstar or a scoring champion? Let me know your thoughts. Also though, you guys, again, if you haven't yet, don't forget to go down below and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and of course subscribe while you're down there. I can't say it enough, you guys, we are coming out with brand new NBA content every single week, and you do not want to miss out. But on that note, I just wanted to say thank you so much to each and every one of you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you more than anything, you all know this, and I will see you guys in the next video.